Hey, I'm going to be sharing why most entrepreneurs overlook life coaching. I think it's something that is definitely worth sharing about and shining a spotlight on. So I'm super excited to go in on this really briefly today. So if you are here with me live, thank you for being here. Do me a favor and drop a fire emoji in the chat and let me know that you're here. I'm so thankful for you spending a couple of minutes with me. If you happen to be catching the replay, that's great too. Like, it's all love. Thank you for taking a moment to watch it. Do me a favor and type replay in the chat or the comments, so that I know you were here, and I'll come back through and show you some love also, right? So again, I'm going to be sharing like why most entrepreneurs overlook life coaching. Um, it's something that I won't say has been grinding my gears, but it's definitely something that has kind of like bubbled on my radar. If you happen to be new to me and this is maybe your first time engaging with me live or on a replay or any of my content, hey, I'm Danielle the coach. I'm a certified life and leadership coach, and I help millennial entrepreneurs master self-care while balancing the demands of life and leadership. Hey, if you're just jumping on, I see y'all hopping on. Hey, so glad that you're here with me. So check this out. If you are an entrepreneur and like life and business and leadership are having their way with you, like life is happening and you still got to show up, but it's becoming a little bit more challenging day to day, we should probably talk and see what shifts might serve you, right? And see like what may need to change. Maybe you are showing up inauthentically, right? And maybe that's why you might be on the struggle bus. It could be a myriad of things, but like I would love to talk to you. So what I want you to do is if you're on watching this on Facebook or on YouTube, in the description of the video, you can click that link, or you can go to www.daniellethecoach.com/apply and apply to have a complimentary strategy session with me. I will review your application. Not all applications are accepted, but for those that are, like, we will move forward and have your conversation. Okay. Especially if I think that there is something that I have to offer you that may serve you on your journey and showing up more powerfully and more authentically and with your sanity intact. Okay. So here we go. So why most entrepreneurs overlook life coaching? Like, there's several things that came up, but I'm gonna share with you the ones that I think that are um, most important right now. Right. One, you might not think that this for you. You may have never even considered life coaching, or if you've heard of it, you may have never said like, "Oh no, I don't think that's for them. That's not for me." Right? I don't need that. Could be your thing, right? Number two is you don't know where to find one. You may be familiar with the term or the phrase. You may have even seen me or other people like me talking about life coaching or sharing that they are a life coach. Um, and that may be it. It may exist in pockets for you, but you may not be sure exactly how to go about finding one or where to find one that's right or suitable for you. Number three, you think you got to have all your stuff together first, which is absolutely not the case, right? Because if you had it all together, you wouldn't need a life coach, right? And what I know is that, like, people that I attract, my clients and myself, we're go-getters. We got so many things going on. We juggle so many balls, right? And some of us, right, especially my clients, they fall in different places on, let's say, like the entrepreneur spectrum. They are aspiring entrepreneurs, what I call my straddlers. They're still juggling a 9 to 5 in addition to running a business or businesses. Then I have my full-time entrepreneurs. In life, in addition to managing business, there's a lot of things that go on. So to think that you got to have it all together to even come have like a strategy session or to enlist the help and support and accountability of a coach is just, it's backwards thinking. And I definitely want to dispel that myth as well. If you just hopped on, I want to invite you to consider having a strategy session with me. There's a link in the description of the video if you're on Facebook or YouTube. If you're on Instagram, what I want to invite you to do is, when the live stream ends, go to the link in my bio, and there's a link there for you to be able to book a complimentary strategy session. Okay. Um, If you are a high achieving entrepreneur that you feel like, listen, your life is out of control and you are no longer okay operating in chaos, or even what might be organized chaos, right? And that's the silent um killer of your sanity and your fulfillment, right? It's just organized chaos, and you want to show up in the world differently. You want to move differently, and you want to regain control instead of feeling like life and business and leadership and all of the things are controlling you. So, if that's you, then I want to invite you to book a strategy session because it's not for everybody. And I just want to be super clear and transparent on the front end who it's for and who it's not for. It's not for people who are just want to have a conversation, who just want to have a vent session, who want to pick my brain about my coaching journey. Like, no, if you are looking to take your life and your leadership and your business and basically anything that you're involved in or you touch to the next level, like we should talk, especially if you are, most specifically, if you are an entrepreneur. Like, listen, I'm telling you, it'll change your life. Pun intended. All right, so number 4. What I've also learned and found is that a lot of times, so my fellow entrepreneurs, we enlist in business coaching, we work with business strategists, all of the things. And a lot of these programs, thankfully and rightfully so, are laced with like mindset pieces. So there's some mindset work that you'll do, or mindset reinforcement that'll happen in these programs. And fortunately, but unfortunately, that mindset piece is really only a band-aid to a bigger problem. And it clouds the bigger picture, right? So if there's some mindset work that you got to do to accomplish whatever it is that that particular coaching program offers, there's likely some broader mindset work and internal work that you can do or you should do in order for you to really show up powerfully and authentically but consistently. You don't want it to be like a one shot wonder. Okay, I hone in on this today and I check this box, but then I revert back to who I was and my limiting behaviors and beliefs. Like, no, let's do the work so that you can shed and quit what's no longer serving you. And that could be people, places, and or things and um, thoughts, right? And ways of being. Like, let's do that work so that you can check that box and move forward powerfully and authentically and really take advantage of the success that you are destined for. So, number 5, this is one of my favorites. I find that entrepreneurs have therapists, right? It's a thing, it's a vibe, and it's super, super positive. It warms my heart when people, especially my clients, either come to me and say, well, I have a therapist, but I also know, like, I think I could benefit from having some, like, a life coach on my team as well. And I also hear, like, that when I work with my clients, because of the nature of the work that we do, sometimes it reveals that some additional outside support and accountability may be necessary. And my clients may say, I think I need to find a therapist. Right. So the two work together, and it's a beautiful thing to witness. But I find that some people feel like because they have a therapist, they don't need a life coach. No, they are complementary um industries, if you will, like they're first cousins. So you absolutely can have a therapist and a life coach at the same time. And actually, I highly recommend it. I think that's the cheat code for entrepreneurs, having a therapist and a life coach, a therapist to help you work through the things and the traumas that you've experienced that, one, are preventing you from showing up as powerfully and as healthy as you would like and need to, so that you can move forward unapologetically. Coaching is all about the forward momentum, the forward progression, right? We're not really focused on what's happened in the past. It may come up, right? And if that's a barrier to us continuing this forward momentum, then that may be an opportunity to say, okay, well, what other outside support do we think might be necessary here? And it could likely be a therapist. But the two play very well together, right? But they are not the same. So just because you have a therapist doesn't mean that you don't need a life coach. Okay. And last but not least, I find that millennial entrepreneurs or entrepreneurs in general they overlook life coaching, um, just because out of the sheer lack of consideration, right? And let me tell you what I mean by that. They've just never considered it. It's never been on their radar. So the very first thing I shared was that entrepreneurs may not think that life coaching is for them. They may be aware of it. And they said, I don't need a life coach. Like, what I don't need somebody to tell me what to do with my life. That's not what life coaching is. So there's an opportunity for some education. But number six, what I'm saying is you just may have never considered it. Your awareness may not have been there that life coaching is a thing, and it's a thing that can well support you as a high performing, high achieving entrepreneur that's juggling all of these balls, doing all of these things, changing the world and the game in your own lane. But you not don't have the awareness, maybe up until now, until you have watched this video, right, about the fact that life coaching is something that could absolutely support you in maintaining your sanity and also providing you with the same thing that you provide everybody else. You're there for everybody else. People come to you with their problems, their issues, because you're a leader, right? But who's giving that to you? Where can you go and rest your hat, right? It's in the space like what I create for my clients as a life coach. So I hope that something I said today served you. And if it didn't serve you, but you know somebody else who may benefit, do them a favor and share it with them. Share the wealth, and I promise it'll come back to you fourfold. Okay. And before I leave, I want to remind you, if I spoke to your soul, right? Or if there's something about what I said that made you think, like, man, I think I need to consider, right? Especially in the name of self care, I want to invite you to book a strategy session with me. It's complimentary, right? The link is on Facebook and YouTube, is in the description of the video. On Instagram, you'll have to wait until the live is over, or whenever you leave the live, you can go to the link in my bio. And there's a link to book a free strategy session there as well. I want to invite you to book a free strategy session with me, right? Let's talk, let's hash it out. Like, you're going places. And you can either continue to try to figure this thing out and let life happen to you, right? Or you can reposition that thing and enlist the right non-judgmental support and accountability to help you shift out of where you are into where you want to be, and help you shed and quit things that are no longer serving you, whether that is the 9 to 5, so you can leap confidently into full-time entrepreneurship, whether it's limiting behaviors, right? Whether it's the Superman or Superwoman syndrome, whatever your thing is, right? I welcome it. So let's talk. Book your complimentary strategy session. It would be an honor to engage with you. And I look forward to serving you. All right. I'll talk to you next time.